I'm often asked about my history in the martial arts, how I developed a passion for it, and how my history and experience with multiple arts has really contributed to the curriculum that we have now at Pacific Rim and the programs and certifications that we offer. Well, it all started in 1981, long ago. I started a year in Shorin-ryu karate, and after that made a transition to Pacific Rim. I was a junior at the time. My parents knew that I loved the discipline, the traditional nature of the practice, and they found this amazing dojo that offered a challenging and hard environment and flexibility and options in terms of practice. Now, when I started, Hapkido was my first love. I loved the flexibility of it. I loved striking mixed with control and restraining through self-defense and locks, and all the way through to throwing. That's where I spent most of my formative years. I learned how to be an instructor, started teaching junior classes by 1985 and 1986. And I also bridged into judo. My experience with Hapkido just really gave me a bug for throwing, and judo was the natural option. Now, I suffered an injury in '87 and was out for a few years rehabilitating my back and getting myself back on the mat. And when I came back, my practice changed. I still had that consistent love and practicing in Hapkido, but rather than judo, I really discovered a love for Aikido. I had an opportunity to learn from a judo man, Walter Todd, who trained in Aikido from Tohei and Tomiki, and also trained in judo and was the personal student of Mifune. That's led me to a decade through the 90s of training Aikido and really going wherever I could to find amazing instructors to help broaden my understanding. And it really, ironically, deepened my love for judo and my ability to do flexible judo as opposed to power judo. That led to the late 90s. In '98, when I was invited to go to a Kodokan Kata clinic up in Canada, and that really gave me the bug to jump back into judo and experience the best of Japanese judo. By 2003, I took my first trip to Japan, speaking at a conference for my consulting work, went to the Kodokan for the first time, and I was hooked. I've been back to Japan almost every year since then, and for the last 7 or 8 years, I typically go twice a year. Now in 2014, I took over the dojo, all the financial responsibility as my instructor retired and was done and was moving on in his life, and really committed myself to re-strengthen our connections to the international community and broaden the depth and technical excellence of each program that we offered. We moved into this new building here in 2015, and by 2017, we had established international exchange programs with Tokai and with Teikyo University, and we had an entirely new, remodeled and expanded 6,300 square foot facility with more than 2,000 square feet of sprung floor tatami. It was really a dream come true. Now, at that point as well, I was going to Japan a lot and wanted to reconnect with my roots in Aikido and wanted to find the best Aikido teacher that I could find. That led me to Sato Sensei and Tomiki Aikido. As soon as I saw Tomiki Aikido and really the bridge of this connection between Kano's philosophy of judo and the techniques of Aikido, I was hooked, and I have trained diligently and been a student of Sato Sensei's ever since. At that same time, I was introduced to Yahage Sensei with Ryushin Iaido. At the time, I never imagined that I would do Iaido, but what I learned from him and his dynamic and flowing nature to technique and fundamentals really inspired me to incorporate traditional sword work into our program here. It's been an amazing journey. I loved every minute of it, and I just continue to look forward and feel blessed at the opportunity that I get to come into this dojo with students and with instructors and continue to challenge myself to grow, and I can't wait for what the next 5 and 10 years is going to bring. So if you've wondered about starting a martial art, if you've thought about really exploring what Budo and what training in a traditional Japanese and Korean art can mean for you, I welcome you. Come down to the dojo, check out a class, learn a little bit more about what makes us unique and the opportunities that you have to not only get some of the best training in the world, but also to meet some of the best people in the world.